Hey guys, Mark from Custom Dynamics. Today we've got the new Low Rider ST LED windshield trim to install. So we're going to put it on this 23 Low Rider ST, and it's like all of our other windshield trim. You can do sequential on, sequential off, non-sequential, all programmable. And I'll go over that today, so let's get after it. Alright guys, we're here at the bike, going to install the Low Rider ST windshield trim. I'm going to remove the windshield, the outer fairing, get that out of the way, get the bike raised up, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, as I'm to this point, before I remove the fairing, I will remove the windshield. And on the windshield, you'll have these screws and rubber washers. These four here will be completely removed. You won't use them at all. What you're going to actually use, the grommet will be built into the windshield trim. But I wanted to show you that you won't need these anymore. You'll need the two in the front. They'll remain stock. But when we go back, what you're going to use for the windshield trim, or windshield, to lock in is in this area here, which is pretty much the same rubber grommet. Just want to let you know that. Now I'm going to pull the fairing off and show you where the wiring goes. All right, guys, got the fairing off here. Grab our harness, which is pretty much just a piggyback harness. Again, we find out where the turn signals are here. We're going to plug one. We've got a couple different ones on here, so plug that in line, like so. Pretty easy. And then we're just gonna get our cable ties. We're gonna secure them up here so they don't get pinched and all that stuff. Get them out of the way. Make it all nice. Line it up. So you just kind of run it up here because it's going to come through the outer fairing near this hole right here, out through the front. There's a rubber flap in the fairing, but I'll show you that when we get to it. But just bring them both, do both sides, kind of hang them over the edge here. All right, guys, I got the fairing just kind of sitting up here. But if you peel back this rubber piece for the windshield, you'll see this hole that's here. That's where we're going to run the wire through. So we'll grab the wire. Pull the fairing back a little bit there. Pull that wire through. Pull it through like so. Do it on the other side as well. And the right side has a little tip facing down. But what we're going to do here, we're going to plug in the windshield trim, and then all you're going to do is feed this back down in the fairing. You can even slide it out just a hair. We're going to have that stuck in there. Slide it out just a hair. Don't want to pinch anything either, so I'll just push that back there. Then it'll run up like so. And that will do it. So I will get this all buttoned back up. We'll start to put the windshield on, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. Got the fairing back on, got the windshield here. Got the LED trim sitting here. What we're going to do, now instead of putting the windshield back in the grommets, we're going to put it in windshield trim grommets. So, push it all the way up as far as they'll go. You do that on both sides. All you're going to do now is just line up your screws. Just tuck that wire up under the rubber piece as best you can, under the windshield trim, windshield itself. Start the stop screw. We're still going to use the two stop screws here in front. So start that. Now what you're going to use, the hardware that comes with it, is a button head with an Allen. You'll have a washer and a rubber washer, a metal washer and a rubber washer. A metal washer goes on first, followed by the rubber washer. And you can get those lined up good. started. Like that. I'll go around, get all of them in there. We'll come back, turn them on, show you how to program them, and we'll be all set. All right, guys, got it all back together. One thing I wanted to touch on that I didn't talk about before was the windshields. Our product will work with a OEM windshield. Some of the aftermarket ones, they're not slotted, so you can slide the windshield trim into the windshield. They're just holes there, so you'll have to notch them here and here for the windshield trim to go on. Not a big deal, but it's just a minor modification that you'll have to do. But other than that, we've got this ready to go. We'll turn it on here, check them out. They look great. When the turn signal's on, of course they look great. And they come already programmed sequential on, meaning it starts and goes on. We have two settings we can do: sequential off or on, and then non-sequential. So we'll start the programming. We're going to get our trusty magnet out and get it near the center. Turn it on. That'll tell me what mode that switched it to. The sequential off, non-sequential, and then sequential on. So we're going to set it at sequential off, just like that. And you'll have to do it to both sides as well, so you can't just do it to one, you got to do it to both. But that's as easy as it is to do. Fairly easy install, a little bit of wiring, nothing much. Getting it tucked back in here is probably the biggest deal. And if you had a custom windshield, again, you're going to have to do some modifications, but not entirely tough. Like always, you pick them up at Drag Specialties, through a Drag Specialties dealer near you, and of course, CustomDynamics.com.